Hey everyone, this is Adam Jungle, and I'm completing the deep run in the Sunday Million video that I started like 2 weeks ago. So I guess I answered some of your guys' questions whether or not the entire video was done or not. It wasn't. um, I apologize in advance. I have a slight cold, so I might sound a little stuffy, but I don't think it's bad enough to the point where I couldn't finish this video. So I've got 226,000 at 4K, 8K, which leaves me very little margin for error. I won't be raise folding. Well, in Sunday Million, you can get away with raise folding a little bit more with these stacks. Wouldn't surprise me if I just gave a walk here with 7-4 suit. My opponent here has a good stack to um, be shoving on me if I make a standard raise. So I just let go. I'd probably be isolating their opponent shoved in 50,000 there. I'd probably be like isolating like ace 10 off plus there from the button because he has a pretty wide range. And one thing I do wish I had was like the stats of the tournament, like exactly how many tables were left here. And um, this is sort of a marginal spot with king queen offsuit, but my opponents aren't. When you're deep in the Sunday Million, it's a little bit different than you're deep in like the tougher field tournaments because there are a lot of satellite entries. I think I can get away with opening the pot here. And take down a set of blinds and antes. Two aces. Wow, I opened limp two aces. I do not remember the last time I have done that. Pretty good flop. I probably spit out like two big blinds. 18. I'm really surprised I opened limped. There's a lot of stacks that would just be like moving in against me. I can't. I'm trying not to just be results oriented, but because I didn't get a lot of action or anything. Here, I'm getting 5 to 1 with 10-8 suited. My opponent in the small blind who flat called only has 87 behind. I still think you can call here. I don't know. It's only 10,000 more. Easy game when you flop top two. Sure, I'll just take it down with a bet here. Alright, well, see, this is why I was just saying earlier, I wish I knew like the status of the tournament. It folds around to be in the small blind, and as far as chip equity, this is plus any two cards a spot. Also, if it was like a payout jump, if there are like 28 left here, or um, I know that they pay final three tables. That's one of the jumps. I forget the specific payout table for Poker Stars off the top of my head at the moment, but um, there are some situations where this would be a bad shove. Um, I mean, it's still a third of my chips if he calls, but he's folding out most of his range. Um, there is 23,000 in the pot when it folds to me. Um, I, it, I really wish I just had the like payout tables. Otherwise, I could say whether or not I hate my player or I think it's fine. Um, I do know I end up busting like 15th in this, and let's see, I'm like, I don't know, we're probably in the top 100 right now, or 100 players left or so. So I think he's folding out most of his range. I don't think shoving 5 deuce here is bad. I run into two jacks. Problem with that was that like it was a third of my chips, so And it was for like less than like a 10% increase or so. But at the time, also like you could have been playing really nitty. I mean, there's a lot of other things that just playing through the replay I don't get to see. So now I'm down to 18 big blinds, which is really easy for me to play. It means I'll be doing a lot of re-stealing. I can't be raising hands like this anymore. I get moved. DF Noob and Jala 79, both are, I recognize them. Alright, well, despite our opponent raising 4 times the big blind, we're not doing with anything but with ace queen off here except for moving all in. He still folds. Easy shove when our opponent has. Oh, wait, he has 411. My bad. I can see they're completing our. I don't know, not folding 10 jack. Just 3 exit. Raise folding can be really bad there, so. It's kind of an interesting spot with 23 big blinds. Two tens. Again, probably just moving in, possibly raising to like 70, 77, which commits our opponent who min raised here. So, built back up to about 300,000. Blinds went up to 6K, 12K. And we get moved again. As pretty as 10 jack suited is, we can't flat call here. There's just like we don't have the implied odds. A big chance or like if someone behind us shoves behind. Of course, we'll flop the joint. Just a lot of basically there's just too many of our chips. Many of our chips, our opponent didn't have enough behind. When you're playing 20 to 30 big blind stacks, hands like suited connectors drop in value. It becomes much more of a game of trying to win pots without showdown. Whereas, with a hand like 10 jack suited, you're trying to win a big pot. Like you always like hear people talk about like playing small pairs to try to win a big pot. It's like snapping off a big pair. Well, that's fine and dandy, but you can't really do that with 30 big blinds. We start this hand with 20 big blinds and hijack opens 3x and ace 9 off on the button. Shoving is probably fine here, but I opt to just like go for fold and be a little bit patient. Queen 10 off, easy open. Ace Queen offsuit, another easy open. Blinds up to 7,515.